Okay, let's see. What's up, Randall, Fallen Hero? Yes, an unofficial Pokemon Live. Yeah, yeah. That's kind of the best way to sum it up. Just give me 1 minute and let me get this stuff going, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, let's see. Okay. Alright, now one more place I gotta put this up, and let's go here. Okay. Okay, let's see. What makes it unofficial? Uh, First off, we don't have the logo. We don't have the PokeChat logo. Second, I'm pretty much gonna be on my own for the majority of parts. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, give me one quick minute. Let me check on something. Okay, we're good. So yeah, like right now, just giving me alone, which I don't mind for real. I'm gonna lower down the music real quick. Real quick. All right. Now, quick question to the folks: how's the audio? How's the music? Is everything sounding fine? Yeah, I have this thing on. Okay. Okay, Fallen Hero using is 8.5 out of 10. Alright. Alright, so we're good. Folks, be sure to share the links. Let the socials, let the Twitters, the Instas, and all that good stuff. Let them know that I'm live. We want some feedback. And alright. If everything's fine, then I guess no point in stalling because I'm alone. All right, this has been so long since I did a review like this, just in general. Only because there were reasons why I stopped PokeChat Live, or like PokeChat Live went on hiatus. But we're not gonna talk about that for now. I'll just say this: this along with Project Mew stuff are the episodes that I'm willing to come back to. Now, I'm gonna treat this like as a little experiment, only because one reason why I stopped doing PokeChat Live is because it pretty much got resorted to like, let's just review the anime, which was fine at first, but then that really became what it was. Like for the first hour, we were talking about the anime. In the second hour, we had like some fun little activity we're gonna do. We stopped doing that, and I kind of want PokeChat Live to go back to the way it used to be. So that's why it's been a long hiatus. But my plan from forward on, I'm gonna see how I can try this. Every Saturday, I will make my own review. I will be in Discord though to see if anyone wants to join. If they're willing to join, I'll let them join. I'm not forcing anyone to like join in for a review if they're not unable to. Like I'm not like that. I'm not that person. So for majority of the parts, these are just gonna be separate reviews. If someone wants to join, I'm in the Discord right now. They're more than welcome to join. I left the message. They're welcome to join if they wish to do so. So yeah, that's kind of the plan right now. Also, mostly because two reasons. One, I think it's time for me to get back to reviewing. Two, I am trying to find a way to put Pokéchat Live back on the market, or like back on the streams. But we haven't had a time to talk, so we're gonna try our best. But with that said, though, y'all are pretty much done hearing me ramble about the nonsense that I've been through. But let's get started. All right, so okay, I don't know what to start with this episode personally, just because like a lot went down, and that's the issue with Journeys. Journeys, for some reason, feels like they need to do everything in one episode, and honestly, that's this episode's biggest downfall. Like many episodes, there should have been at least a 2 or 3 parter. Now, I watched the episode. Oh, by the way, be sure to check out TAS Official's reaction, because I was a guest star in that video, in that reaction. So I'll be sure to check him out, and also check out Trayman1, because he was there too, because like he's a usual on TAS's reactions nowadays. So be sure to check that out. I'm happy my favorite college baseball team didn't choke and survive to play in American Conference Championship gaming in order to get into the College World Series. My team is UCF. Nice, Hero. I don't really pay attention much to sports, though. Oh, the only sport I think I ever watch is just football, and that's only for the Super Bowl. But it's good to your team's winning. But this episode had a lot to do, and I watched the episode, obviously enough, and I was hyped. But after a while, I was like, okay, let me go back and see some of the things that like I feel like I need to talk about, because when you're watching an episode, you're just hype, and then when you stop watching the episode, you realize, yeah, I can actually see the problem now. So let's go and talk about the biggest problem I have with this episode, and that's the disrespect to Infernape. Now, don't get the wrong idea. I love the fact Infernape's back. I love it. I love the idea. I love the concept that Infernape's fighting off against all of Ash's other fire types, so he can fight off against stronger Pokemon. That's cool. I like that. I like that because it shows us that that even though we don't see it, Ash's Mons are still training for the day he may use them, which is good. That's the same thing he did with Charizard, with Bulbasaur, with Nagudra, Gliscor. Like, it was a messy episode. Yeah, Tyree, I hope I'm saying your name right. 8.5, it has some wasted potential. Some is going a bit mildly. There was a lot of wasted potential here. But yeah, like, this episode's whole thing was about Infernape wanting to go out and find Moltres so I could fight it. But I felt like it only lasted for a minute. Only until, yeah, Infernape, except for Torkoal. Well, I'll talk about that when I talk about that, Fallen Hero. Well, okay. You decide to emphasize on Infernape wanting to fight with Moltres. But the only thing he really does is show off each of his 4 moves that he still has to this day and call it quits. What? Are you kidding me? Like, no, I'm a DP fan. I am a DP stan. I grew up with Diamond and Pearl. I grew up with Charmin, with Chimchar, with Paul, with all that stuff. This is disrespectful as hell. You can't treat a Pokemon like this big, like that. I'm not even. I'm just disappointed. That's what I am. I'm just disappointed. Gary carries the episode. Yeah, that unfortunately he does carry the episode, which I have problems with Gary in this episode. Which, don't get wrong idea, I like that Gary's back, but there are some issues. But let's take this one at a time. I'm a DP fan. Diamond Pearl was the first anime series I saw when it was airing. Back when I was a kid watching it in the dub. Yes, I watched the dub. Don't hurt me. So, what do y'all decide to do? Okay, alright. You decide to bring back nostalgia just for it to show off it still knows the full moves. And then we go on for Blastoise. Alright, fine, whatever. That was just pitiful. Like, I'm sorry. When Pokemon return, when Ash's moms return, it's always in a good manner. Like, no. You can't do that. Okay, let's see. I'm very happy that Go didn't get more. Yeah, I'm glad for that too. What's up, Samurai Trainer Z? It's like you made Sceptile lose. It's like if you made Sceptile lose a fight immediately. Well, Tyree, I don't know if you're referencing the Sinnoh League, because that was the last time we saw Sceptile. But at least Sceptile got to be a Darkrai, so he got that under his belt. And Fernape never only gave off the full moves, and he just called it quits. Like, it was like, nah, I'm done. Even though Charizard fought an Articuno, Talonflame fought a Moltres. What? Also, this is the same Chimchar that Paul abandoned. I'm not gonna deny it. It was cool to see it because it shows the amount of growth Infernape's been through, from being off on Paul to now willing to fight a Moltres. That's cool, but it's poorly executed, very poorly executed, and I'm sorry. That's just disrespectful to a DP stand like myself. But that's just disrespectful as hell. Now, alright, let's go ahead and talk about another thing real quick. Project Mew. This episode, they finally confirmed Project Mew is happening soon. Well, the concept of Project Mew to Gash and Go. Go, for some reason, decided to say, yeah, nah, I don't want to go to. I don't do well with teamwork. Even though he works with Ash, he works with Sakuragi and Chloe. He worked in... okay, I get what they're going for. And you could justify... Because they're trying to tackle, like, Go's antisocial. Like, I get that. He's antisocial. But the problem is, like, we've had episodes and moments where he worked together with other people. Now, granted, I will justify it as if to say those were, like, unintentional. Like, most of those times were, like, there was a crisis happening. Here, Go will be willing to work together. Or he'll be forced to work with. Where there, it was like, we gotta fight together, otherwise we're done for. Like the Darkest Day arc, where Go worked with Sonya and the other folks. Oop. Okay, let's see. Frick, Pignite's going to fight Reshiram and Bang. Okay, hold on. Frick. Soon Pignite's gonna fight Reshiram and beats it, cause why the hell not? Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I don't really care if Pignite fights or not. But it's like, y'all gotta make up your mind on what you want to do with Go. Like, now granted, I can get it, but it's still kind of like a bothersome thing to me. Not that big a video, but it brings up questions. That's the best way I can describe it. It just brings up questions. Like, so what happened to you working together? But like I said, those scenarios was like we had no choice. There were we had no choice scenarios. Here, Go is willing to work together, but he doesn't want to until Gary, which okay, fine, whatever. So, aside from that, though, I guess another topic we need to bring up is the return of Ash's Pokemon, which it was so brief. It happened as soon as it begun. Like, I'm sorry. I need a minute to check something real quick, folks. Okay, let's see. Go is more of a joke than ever in this episode as well. That's another thing too, actually. I'm calling Ash will be a fire type Elite Four member with 440 evolved starters someday. Alright. I don't believe that, but alright. I feel like I like the fact that Gary roasted Go. Okay, now that is another question we should bring up with real quick about the whole. Okay, but before, okay, let's get back to what I was talking about beforehand. Ash's Pokemon. Yeah, it was cool to see them, but it didn't really brought nothing, to be honest. Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm the type of I like when Ash brings up like those old bonds, but that was just so rushed. Honestly, didn't make much sense. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it was cool to see them, but it's something that Tyrone even said it before. We're getting hype over 2 seconds of an image of a Pokemon. Yeah, it shows continuity, not gonna lie, but that is kind of sad. We're getting hype for 5 seconds screen time for a certain Pokemon, which is kind of sad. Like, it was nice, but kind of sad. Now, okay, let's talk about the Gary stuff, because Gary does make a grand return. And prior to that, I will talk about Ghost in this episode, because I do have words for how he was treated. I don't mind the way Gary is with Ash. I'm gonna be straight honest, I don't mind it. Like, the way that Gary is with Ash is a nice growth. Like, it shows how far they came, because they were rivals, but now they're friends, which I don't mind. Like, it's a nice showing of how far he came. I also do like the fact that he said he's not restricted to Sin anymore. Like, he's been going out all around the world, just like Ash. So I like that part. Similar episode to that Gligar episode. Yeah, I like that episode. Now, was it all the character? Was it all of that just like serious rivals, companions, whatever you want to call them? Always have to ask, like, are you worried to be Ash's friend? Like, when was that ever been a thing? Like, I'm sorry, I didn't like it when Kiawe did it. I don't like it when Gary did it. Like, why do you have to be like this high tier trainer to hang out with Ash? I would hop on for Go roast discussion. Sorry, Tyrande. This one is kind of private. Sorry. But it's just like, what are we trying to set up? Like, is it the fact that he's a champion, which he doesn't even mention here? Although we do get like a mention that like Gary did watch the Sinnoh League, and then we get that flashback with Ash and Paul, which cool. We gotta see Paul. Now what? I'm sorry. I know Journey's emphasizing they're gonna show all the old characters, but like, come on, guys. Average fans like us don't like Go. Well, I don't hate Go's not my favorite character, and that's only because I don't really care about him wanting to catch every Pokemon. Like that to me, it's boring. Like I don't care if you're gonna catch all the Pokemon in the world. That's not interesting. Go as a Gary Sue. But like, you shouldn't have like this high tier requirement to be someone's friend. Like I'm sorry, like that's kind of dumb. Like even if he is a champion, like Yod's gotta still remember he's still Ash though. Like he's still the same mobile idiot who overslept on his first day on the job. So there you go. There you go. But like, yeah, I'm sorry. Like I'm not a big fan of like the characters always asking like, "Are you worried to be go Ash's friend?" Because it's like, you guys didn't need any requirements. Like, why does he need to? And what will you guys say the same thing to Chloe? Like, yeah, it's just a bunch of like nonsense to me personally. Like, this is a bunch of nonsense. Now, let's go and talk about Ghost treatment this episode, because oh god. I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to feel about the whole like. It's a 4-4 break joke. I don't get the joke, Folio. I'm sorry. Go needed his own rival. Also, his story would be interesting if he was actually given the kind of challenge that isn't Okay, now Tyree, this is my issue with this whole scenario. Like, Gary might be Go's rival. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that we have to rely on an old character to become a new one of like a current character's rival. Because like, why? Why? Why do we need that? He was Ash's rival. Come up with your own OG rival character. Because I'm so like. We like Paul, but we don't. I don't want to see Paul 24/7. Like, nah, I'm not a fan of like Gary becoming Go's rival because that's dumb. That's to me that's just bad storytelling. Because then you're gonna force Go to become good, and that's gonna negate Gary's development. And I'm not dissing Go, but you're comparing a character who just appeared in the beginning of the series to a character that we've known for so long and went through all this development just for him to lose to the new guy. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of that. Like, okay, I will say this though. Okay, hold on. Go is not a Gary Sue. Fun fact: Crystal is Pokemon Adventures gets the title. Catching Pokemon explains they didn't call Go. Also, okay, I would not mind if he became a mentor. That's a better use for Gary than just being a rival. A mentor means he's teaching him. A rival is like he was trying to beat him, which Gary's been at this for so long already, he's gonna beat him with ease. But since Journey doesn't know how to tell good storytelling, it's gonna be forced and bad, and I'm not gonna like it. Like, Like, okay, I will talk about now. I'm not saying I hate this episode, but it's not my favorite. I will say this though. I will say this. Gary's treatment, like his proper, was pretty well done. Like it was all right. They didn't disrespect the character. Gary doesn't need to earn his keep to be part of Project Mu. Well, nah. I actually like how he proved he deserved it because I like that. Like it's similar to the World Championship where like, yeah, you're a good trainer, but you still gotta prove you're a good trainer. Like we can't base things off of like the past. We gotta see how you are currently. Go is getting a new rival. They tease it in Project Mu. I'm hoping it's the boy. I'm hoping it's the boy that becomes Gold's rival. Because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be a big fan of Gary's it. Like, give me 1 minute. Alright, sorry I keep coming in and out, folks. But let me see what it went down. Okay, I can't wait for the Masters 8. Oh, wait. It will be done off screen land. Yeah, Bonnie, you're out. Yeah. Journeys has a bad reputation of not doing what they're supposed to do. Like, okay, I'll give credit. They treated Gary well. Like, they didn't make him lose. Or, like, make him look weak. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine that he's still a good trainer, and I like the fact that like he passed his trial to become part of Project Mu, which is cool. Now here's the question: how the hell is Go and Ash gonna get their requirements? Like I'm sure we'll probably get an episode where like they're gonna do it, but I don't know. Because I want Go to earn the both Go and Ash to earn it. Well, if Gary's already part of Project Mu, that leaves room for a new rival Go to earn a part of in the team and someone for Go to butt heads with. Gary can be a mentor, much like Ash is currently. Yeah, Tyree, I can agree with that. I'll be fine with that. So it's like. So it's like, yeah, like, I'll be fine with that. If it's a rival, though, that's gonna cause a lot of problems with me. But I don't know if I'm missing anything out. I think I covered everything. Like, I guess I could go ahead and talk about like the good stuff I liked from this episode. The music. I like the music. I like when Gary showed up. They played a remix version of like a track from the original series. I like that. I really do. It's simple. Go will just get in because he owns a Suicune. Nah. I want him. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Cause yeah, they don't make up for everything, but like then again, it's like, what was the Suicune though? And I know that was a big talk for oh shoot, you caught a Suicune, and like yeah. But what about, I don't know. I'm sorry, like actually just do something iconic in this series. Don't rely that like, oh, he's a champion of Alola or anything like that. Go will just travel. Ash will just travel along and be Go's bodyguard. No, I'm sorry, buddy. I know you're probably making a joke, but I won't like that because then that'll just mean Go's pitiful. And I've already discussed in the channel numerous times how I feel about a pitiful character. So no, I don't want to actually just be like, oh, Go's bodyguard. Like, I know you're probably making a joke, but nah, I'm sorry, I'm not down for that. But like, the music's fine, the animation's okay for what it was for the Infernape stuff, and they treated Gary alright. But it's a downgrade because cool, Infernape's back. What you do with him? After showing off his movesets, he loses. Or doesn't even do anything anymore at that point in time. Now it's just resort to Pikachu. It was cool to see Ash command Infernape again, but nah. That's not nice. You can't do that. Go being downgraded a lot in this episode for him not catching 2 Pokemon just for gags. Which they were funny gags, but like, y'all gotta stop doing these gags. Cause like, it's not, at this point in time, it's not even funny anymore. And like, the brief appearance of Ash's Pokemon was so brief, I honestly, after a while, I kind of like, begged the question, so what was the point of him showing up? Like, it was nice, but what was the point? Off-screen land is how they will be able to... The best things happen in journeys. Well, that's just bad. We should just watch off-screen land. Journeys. So, honestly, I don't know what much more to say about this episode. Like, it's a fine episode if you let go like the conflicts, but like on the other hand, it's not that best of an episode either. So it's like, for me, I'll just rank it 6.7. That's the best I can give it. Like, it's nice to see it. Like, it's cool for callbacks and references, but removal of that, it's kind of a bad development episode. Like, I'm sorry. But, like, what would you folks in the chat rate this episode? If only, I think yours said 8.7 or 8.5. But, this episode was just not good when you look back at it. Like, yeah, this episode wasn't good in the long run. In the next week's episode, isn't looking that interesting either. It's just Grookey and Eve going on a wacky adventure, so... yeah. I feel like I said everything I need to say, to be honest. Like... 8.5 to 7.5, okay? But yeah, I don't know much to say about this episode, to be honest. Like, I'm sorry. To be fair, when I don't have to be fair, this is shorter only because it's me solo. So like, these will probably be how lengthy the a solo review will be, which I don't mind for real. I don't mind. The reason I don't mind is because I get to check with you guys, so that's one good part of it. Urshifu guys and Ash rival. At this point in time, I don't know how to feel. Like, it'll be cool, but like, would they really do that? But yeah. So that's really it. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry. I think that's pretty much it I gotta say for this episode. Like, it was a fine episode. Not that good for a story perspective, but nice for nostalgia. So, I guess with that being said, though, be sure to check out the reaction with Tasso, with me and Trey in there. Check Trey's review out because I'm sure he goes more depth to his feelings about the episode. Tune in on Fridays for Pokemon Emerald and Nuzlocke. I apologize for what happened last night. The lag was getting too much, but we didn't lose a Pokemon in the last few minutes, so that's good. We did lost 2 members last night though, so that sucks. So yeah, with that said, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in on the stream. This CP and Johto style small filler, but with journeys. Yep. You know, as for Bia in Fun here. I don't know what you're on right now. I don't know what you have. I don't know what's going on with you, pal. Okay, you know, as for Bia in all regions except Alola off screen and Galar. Fallen Hero. What? Okay. Okay. We'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. The Fallen Hero's iconic words. With that said, folks, thanks so for watching. Like I said, check out the folks. I'll see you guys next week.